Welcome to Up and Country, powered by vLiveCast. Our guest today is Craig Campbell, direct from Nashville. I'm your host, Sue Bonzell, where I'm bringing you new up-and-coming country artists. You can catch all of our episodes, get a little merch, and join our VIP exclusive club at upandcountry.com. And I want to say thank you to our sponsor, SoCo Private Security. Okay, let's go meet Craig Campbell. He has played in the band with Tracy Byrd and Luke Bryan. I am so excited to have on the show today. It's Craig Campbell. Hey, Craig.
How are you guys?
Oh my gosh, I am wonderful today. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's super hot. I've been outside working at our soon-to-be coffee shop. Didn't realize how hot it was until I walked into that building and realized it was probably 20 degrees hotter inside because we don't have any electricity yet. So
Oh my
I've been
gosh. Sweating.
sweating a lot today, but it's been a good day.
Well, you look great. You look great. So, okay, so new coffee shop. Tell me about that.
Yeah, been dreaming about opening a coffee shop for about 5 or 6 years, and finally talked my wife into it a couple of years ago. And long story short, we made a we decided to do this based on a couple of things. You know, we wanted to make sure we owned the building that we were going to be doing our coffee shop in, and we also needed a drive-through. And the good Lord pointed us in the right direction, and we were able to check both of those boxes off. And hopefully, we'll have this thing up and running in the next 6 or 8 months.
That's super exciting. What's the name of the coffee shop?
Grindstone Cowboy.
Oh my gosh. Brilliant. That is brilliant. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for you guys. That's so cool.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
gonna be awesome.
So, you have been in country music for a long time. You've had many hits on the radio. But I'm kind of like, the Luke Bryan connection. You played in his band, and then what did I hear? He quote unquote fired you. So I
Yeah,
would I would
yeah.
love to hear that story.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I like to use that word with a smile on my face. Yeah, he fired me, but and this was before Luke had his record deal. Um, and yeah, I mean, one night we were just hanging around, and I was sound checking and playing the piano and singing a little bit, and then I guess it just clicked. And he runs up to the stage and he's like, "You're holy crap!" He said, "You're that guy I saw playing at the stage." He's like, I remember seeing this guy at the stage one night and thought he was like really good, but I never did get his name. He said, but it was you. And I said, well, that's cool. And so a few shows passed, and then he's like, hey man, you don't need to be anybody's side man. You need to be doing your own thing. And he said, I'm gonna help you. And he said, when we get back to Nashville, I want to introduce you to some people. And that's what he did.
That is so cool. I mean, he seems like such a cool guy. I've never met him personally. Seems like a pretty cool guy. So obviously pretty smart, because he is absolutely correct. I totally agree, and I'm glad you are on your own. So how was it
Yeah,
out?
I mean, if he would.
Go ahead.
If he wouldn't have pulled that trigger, then who knows? But because I was comfortable, I love playing piano for other people. But I always wanted to be a front man. I mean, that was my dream. That was the reason I moved to Nashville. So I guess he saw something that something that needed to be addressed immediately. So he did. He fired me, and the rest is history.
That's perfect. So I want to say I saw a live TikTok with you and your wife. This was a little while ago. Did Luke Bryan send you an ice chest full of beer?
Well, yeah, he actually sent it to a lot of people, and a in retrospect, I feel like, yeah, that was a genius marketing move on his part, because what happened was everybody that he sent this cooler to went live and started bragging on his beer, two-lane beer, and the merch and all that. So it was free marketing basically from his end. I mean, we get a nice cooler out of it, but we all went and posted about it. But yeah, he sure enough did send us a cooler and some T-shirts and some Yeti tumblers and whatnot. It was Christmas basically.
Yeah, it looked like fun. I was kind of impressed. I'm like, I would love to get a package from Luke Bryan in the mail. That would be amazing. that would
Yeah,
be great. So you've
it
been
was.
to the Grand Ole Opry and performed there over 50 times. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're creeping up on 75 times.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me about that experience. I mean, I have not been there. I am actually going to be in Nashville very soon, and I will be at the Grand Ole. Uh-oh, we lost him. I lost
I'm
him.
sorry. My
That's okay.
phone. My Okay. Say it again. Do we have to start all over?
No, we'll start from the Grand Ole Opry part.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
good. All right. So you have played the Grand Ole Opry more than 50 times. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're getting close to like 75 or so. I haven't played it since COVID, but I got one coming up pretty soon. So yeah, I've been blessed to be able to play the Opry this often.
And what's that like? Because I've not actually been there. I'm excited because I'm going to be visiting very soon. Um, but I mean, just the number of legends who have stood on that stage. Like, what's that like to step into that circle?
Oh, it's a trip. You know, to if you really almost have to not even think about it, because the circle is such a specific spot on the stage, and that's where the microphone is. And so if you're singing, then that's where you're standing. And so to think about all the people that have actually stood in that same exact spot, is pretty overwhelming. So I don't take it for granted, and it's just one of those special places to be able to get and sing. And yeah, it's pretty neat.
That's awesome. That is so cool. So you had this one song that came out, "My Girl Loves to Fish." That's one of my favorite songs because it's like the first time I heard that song, I was like, "What is he going to say?" Oh my gosh, he said fish because you were rhyming things with truck, and
Yeah.
so what was the response originally when that first song came out? I mean, that song first came out.
Well, we honestly, when we wrote that song, we had no idea that it would be a radio song. It was more, uh, I mean, honestly, we didn't even think anybody would ever cut a record deal, so I cut it. And I knew that it would at least make a great live show song. So that's what I
Definitely.
started doing. I started playing it live, and people just loved it, and they wanted to hear more of it. So we harnessed that energy from the fans, and decided to make it the a single, and it did well.
Yeah, that's one of my. I mean, you have so many great songs. There's just there's like only too many to mention right now. And you do have a new song, "Never Mine." So tell me about writing that song.
Oh, it was a challenge. I mean, because I've had that idea for a very long time, and every time I threw it out to my co-writers, we never could wrap our brain around how to make it work. I had the "Never Mind, You Were Never Mine," um, but then one day it just hit me, and I said, "Wait a minute, okay, so never mind that we had all this much fun, and never mind this happened, never mind that happened." I thought there was more to it, but in the end, I was wrong, because you were never mine to begin with. So I told that to my co-writers that day, and they loved it, and we chased it down and wrote a song.
It is a great song. I'm really excited. I'm excited to be playing it on the radio very soon. So I hope you have huge success with that song. Now, I do follow you on TikTok, obviously, because I watched your live. Um, I've seen a few things on your TikTok. Now, one of them I saw recently was something about a brown recluse bite. Was that
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Holy crap, is what I have to say. Okay, it was kind of gross. Uh,
yeah.
but oh my gosh, like, is that like a common thing where you are?
No, well, brown recluse, yeah, it's common, but since I've gotten bit, I've done a lot of research, and I know more about brown recluse than I want to know. Um, Turns out brown recluse only affect about 10% of the population the way it affected me.
Wow.
So you could get bitten by a brown recluse. If you're not part of that 10%, it would look more like a mosquito bite.
Mm,
But yeah, it killed the entire back of my arm, the skin. Luckily, I didn't have to have any grafting done.
thank goodness.
Um, my doctor was like, "Look, if you're not in a hurry for it to heal," he said, "let's just let it heal like a burn," and
Mm.
that's what we did.
Wow. Okay. That was brave of you to actually put that on TikTok. I
No,
mean,
it was rough. It was a solid 4 months of just an big open
wow.
wound that we and when it first happened, they said, yeah, it's going to be a 3 month process. I said, no, not at all. And yeah, sure enough,
Wow. Oh
every
my
bit of three
goodness.
months, 3.5 months.
Holy cow. Well, I am so glad that you have fully recovered and you're doing well. So
Yeah,
that's good news. Now, you
I
have a
still have my
couple of,
arm. That's
oh
good.
yeah, you still have your arm. That's kind of
Yeah,
important. You kind of need that.
yeah,
So
for
you
sure.
have a couple of beautiful daughters, and one of them, I've seen her singing. And I recently watched a video of the two of you together singing God Bless America and the national anthem.
Yeah.
And it brought tears to my eyes. I mean, I almost cry every time I hear the national anthem anyway, but it was so beautiful. I mean, what is that feeling like to see your daughter be so successful and have this beautiful voice?
Well, it was unexpected whenever, I always, me and my wife always joked about before we ever had kids, we were like, because my wife is an amazing singer too. So we know people that have kids that say, "Oh, my baby, she's a great singer," and then they're actually not. So we prayed and we prayed. We said, "Lord, please, if you give us kids that love music, please make them either really, really bad or really, really good." Um, and I'm a little biased, but at the same time, I recognize talent, and both of my daughters are eat up with it. So the Lord listened. He blessed us with two super talented little girls, and it's awesome to share that passion with them. The music, the piano playing, the singing, and all that stuff. So it's pretty neat to share that with them.
Well, they're very lucky to have you as a dad too, to be mentoring them with all of your experience as well. So maybe I'll end up having your daughter on my show eventually. Maybe I'll be interviewing her at some point, maybe.
I hope so. We joke all the time, but kind of a serious joke. Is like that. Both of them, we consider them our retirement plans.
Hey, you know what? You got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
So you and your wife have done a fair amount of some home improvement projects that I've honestly been impressed with. I've seen them on your TikTok channel.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so like how much of your house have you remodeled?
Well, we bought this house and remodeled the entire thing. Like
Wow.
we stripped it down to nothing, to the studs. Even converted the garage into a master bedroom, master bath, laundry
Oh my
room.
goodness.
And we did most of it except for the heavy stuff like the framing and the electrical and plumbing. But I don't know what y'all can see, but we did all the shiplap, all the
Wow.
railing, all everything. Mindy painted everything, stained everything. Yeah, we did it all.
Well, you guys are impressive. Okay, how do you learn skills like that? Did you go to YouTube?
YouTube for sure.
YouTube?
Yeah,
That's how you learn anything these days, right?
absolutely.
Don't know how to do it? Just go to YouTube. You can figure it out.
Yeah, she was, a matter of fact, she was doing some book work this morning. We just with our coffee shop, she went ahead and downloaded QuickBooks, and there was something she couldn't figure out, so she went to YouTube, and there was the
There it
answer.
was. There you go. The solution
Yep,
to every of one of life's problems is on YouTube somewhere.
YouTube, no doubt about it.
So, when you're out, playing gigs, these kind of things, have you ever forgotten the lyrics to your own song?
Oh, all the time,
Really?
all the time. Yeah, I'm the worst with lyrics. I've um, and and it never fails. If I forget something like a lyric to a song in the early part of the show, it derails the entire show.
Oh man.
So and it just gets into my brain, but yeah, I forget words all the time.
Well, are you ready with the lyrics and are you ready to sing a song for us?
Yeah, what do you want to hear? You tell me.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what do you want to play? What do you love to play? What's your favorite song to play? Or you can play the new one
All
if
of
you
them.
want.
It ain't no surprise I ain't heard from you. Did you make it to California or get high in Crested Butte? You were always headed for somewhere new. I know you're out there doing what you do. Never mind, we couldn't leave each other alone. Couldn't take our hands off each other. Never mind that we were right where we belong. Every day of that sugar sand summer, you were always gonna say goodbye. A gypsy born to fly. Never mind that I was all yours. You were never mine. No, I ain't mad. It is what it is. I do it all again with someone who knows how to live. On the edge of a high wire, ain't nothing I wouldn't give. Just one more low tide moonlight kiss. Never mind, we couldn't leave each other alone. Couldn't take our hands off each other. Never mind that we were right where we belong. Every day of that sugar sand, where you were always gonna say goodbye. The gypsy born to fly. Never mind that I was all yours. You were never mine. No. Yeah. Never mind, we couldn't leave each other alone. Couldn't take our hands off each other. Never mind that we were right where we belong. Every day of that sugar sand summer, you were always gonna say goodbye. A gypsy born to fly. Never mind that I was all yours. You were never mine. Yeah, I finally realized you were never mine. No, you were never mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is fabulous. I'm so excited to hear that song on the radio, honestly.
You and me both.
So, okay, so you've got, I think you've got some shows coming up this fall. Do you have an album coming out?
We are working on a new album. Got actually going to be putting out a double album. Should be about 24, 25 songs.
Wow.
The first half will come out this fall. There'll be 13 or 14 songs on that one. Yeah, just excited. I've had these songs for a while now and finally get a chance to put them out because I am proudly independent. I can do whatever I want with my music.
Nice.
So
I love it.
We're letting them free.
That's perfect. I love it. Now, so you're in Nashville, right?
Just south of Nashville, a little town called Eagleville.
Oh, okay. And so I'm out here in the wine country. So I gotta ask, do y'all drink wine? Do you like wine? Does your wife like wine? What kind do you like?
Oh, we love wine.
Oh, good.
We are Cabernet drinkers.
Okay.
And once Grindstone Cowboy gets up and running, we're actually going to start a sister company called Winestone Cowgirl, and that'll be just be a boutique wine store.
Okay, you guys are my favorite right now. Like, you're my favorite. Can I be a consulting wine buyer?
You better believe. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We
So
might
you
have
live
to
near?
talk.
I mean,
Yeah.
So you are from the Northern California, Napa-ish, whatever.
Yep, we're in.
Camus is our favorite.
Okay. Well, obviously, come on, you got good taste, right?
Yeah.
It's Camus.
Camus
come
is
on.
our favorite. Like, I mean, Camus is our favorite even above like Opus and all of them. Like once you get to where Camus is, they all it gets relative to me after that. So
that's awesome. Okay, good. Well, we might have to have another chat and talk a little bit more about wine. So we'll look forward to doing that. Well, I want to thank you.
Go ahead. Get my wife on that. Yeah, we'll get my wife in on that one.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to meet her. Is she there?
Yep, she's over there somewhere.
Oh, does she want to say hi?
Do you want to say hey? Well, you can't see yourself, but just come over here.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
She can't hear you because I got the buds on. She
Oh,
says,
okay.
"Hello, how are you?"
Hello, I'm good.
Hi.
And then this is Kansas,
Oh my goodness. Look at
and then here's
that.
and then Annabelle.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I don't know why y'all came over here. Get away. Go on now.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, do you have to have an extra room in your house? I mean, geez, I mean, you got it all, right?
Yeah, we do.
Well, that is fantastic. I really, really want to thank you for your time today, for joining us and sharing a little bit about you and your music. And we'll look forward to hearing the song on the radio and following you everywhere you go.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
You bet. See you soon.
All righty.
Thanks for tuning in to UpNCountry, where we have new episodes every Tuesday. And be sure to visit upandcountry.com for all of the episodes and information about our VIP club, where you're going to get exclusive backstage access. And if you're on Instagram or TikTok, make sure to follow me, Sue Bonzell. I'll see you next week.